Hi there! It has been a while since I've made a video. I think I left off on my VLCD 40 day and I haven't made a video since. Most of that is because it's been a weekend and my weekends are so busy trying to pack in a lot of playtime with the kids and cleaning the house and church and everything else. Weekends go by so fast. But I did want to check in. On day 40, I did end up going down in weight again on the first day of phase 3. And then I also went down again the next day. But these last 2 days, it's been 4 days. I think today's my 5th day on phase 3. And yesterday I went up by like 0.4. But I went out to eat with some friends on I think that was the first day off the 500 calorie diet, and I tried to stay around 1,200 calories even with going out to eat. So I didn't eat breakfast. I ate a normal phase 2 lunch with some added cottage cheese, and then when I went out to eat, I had one drink. It was an On the Rocks all alcohol drink, nothing fruity or crazy. But I ate obviously way more calories than what I had been eating, so I was pleasantly surprised that the next day I didn't gain a ton of weight. Over the weekend, I probably didn't stick to phase 3 protocol very well. I did okay. The calories were okay. It was more that I had a couple pieces of chocolate here and there left over from the kids' Valentine's Day candy. And today I'm really roping it back in. I let myself have the weekend. I need to rope it back in for 3 weeks. I also really royally screwed up. I was trying really hard on Saturday to do everything the right way. So my doctor had given me a calendar of 1 week's worth of a 1,200 calorie diet. And I went and bought all the groceries to be able to do this 1 week calendar, and if it turned out okay, then I was going to continue to do it. So as I'm eating breakfast, I thought it's just weird that I was eating oatmeal, and it was a cup of plain yogurt, which I didn't think that was odd, but it was like a can of mixed fruit. You put in a little bit of that into your yogurt, but the sugar in that was wild. And then lunch, I made a sandwich, and it had avocado in it, and I was eating, it was carrots with fat-free dressing to dip it in. And so after I ate lunch, I'm like, something just doesn't seem right. These are like exact opposite foods of what I had been eating. And sure enough, I looked at the phase 3 HCG food list that's online, and I totally screwed myself on Saturday. It is a great 1,200 calorie diet after you've maintained and you've probably been on phase 4 for a while. But with this diet, that was probably the worst things I could have eaten. And they're still healthy, but it just wasn't the right foods to go with this diet in phase 3. So I got back on track Saturday night. Yesterday I ate the right foods, but I had a couple pieces of chocolate. And so today I brought the right foods to work with me today. I'm printing out the list at work today of what is phase 3 friendly. And I will be making my meals with that going forward, trying to stick to a 1,200 calorie diet. Yeah, so I was up again this morning by 1.2 pounds or something like that. And I started getting really, really nervous because if you go to 2 pounds, then you're supposed to do a steak day, which I will totally do. But hopefully I caught my mistakes in time and I'll be able to adjust back down or stay within my 2 pounds of my lowest weight, which I got down to like 201.4 or 201.6, something like that. So I really, really want to stay within that 2 pounds. I gotta do it. So the next 3 weeks, I'm really going to focus on staying phase 3 strict. And then the 4th week, I go up to visit some family, and it's a vacation for us. I still would like to stick to it, except for on my birthday, which is Monday night that we're gone. We're going to go out and do bowling, and I'm going to see some friends that I haven't seen in a long time with their kids. And so I will probably have pizza for the first time. I'm going to try to wait until then to mess around with pizza because it's like everything you shouldn't have on phase 3. And then I know we'll go out to eat 1 or 2 or 3 times. So hopefully sticking to the phase 3 the first 3 weeks, and most of the time I'm gone, I should be able to maintain pretty well. And then as soon as I get back, I'm gonna go right into round 2 and I'll see under 200. It's so crazy looking back at these videos because 40 days seems like I don't know, it was weird. It was a long time, but it was a short time. It just kind of, it flows from day to day to day. And then now that I'm on phase 3, it seems like things can get out of control really. I could see where people could gain the weight back really fast if you just go right back into what you were eating. Knowing now that for 40 days I ate the right way, I can totally see how wrong I was eating. And so I can choose to continue to eat these healthy foods, and as I keep eating them, the tastes get better and better and I start craving those kinds of foods. But this last weekend just showed me too, I could probably scarf down a whole box of chocolates if I wanted to. I didn't. I think I kept it at 2, oh, you know what it was yesterday? I had 2 pieces, little hearts that I gave my kids that had 3 chocolates in them. And each one of the kids had 1 chocolate. And then my daughter and her little girlfriend ate the rest of her box. And my son was like, oh, well, I don't really care for that kind of chocolate. And so he wasn't going to eat it. So I had 1 of the pieces. And then later that day, I'm like, oh, well, I'm just going to eat this other piece and throw the box away, which is totally something I would have done in the past. And that's got to stop. I mean, one little treat, one little piece of the chocolate was fine. There was no reason that I needed to go back for that second piece of chocolate. And then I also took the girls to a movie yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I'll take like 1 little handful of popcorn and that'll satisfy me. Nope, I ended up grabbing a couple handfuls, and again, it wasn't anything crazy, and I'm not even a popcorn fan. Normally when I go to the movies, I mean, I would order something else that was totally unhealthy and probably worse than popcorn, but I'm not even a popcorn person. But I told the girls it was just, you know, popcorn and drinks, and that's all we were going to do at the movies, and I ate quite a bit more than I should have. So I'm not surprised at the weight gain. Plus I didn't drink a whole lot of water yesterday, so I'm really going to try to kick butt, get back on track, and quit screwing around. You know, I think the day before that I had, my son's been sick, so I got him a Lunchable, because that's what he wanted to eat, and it had a peanut butter cup in it, and he asked if his sister wanted it, and I said, no, mommy wants it, and I had a peanut butter cup. And that's the only thing I cheated on, but I had also already screwed up my diet that morning without really meaning to. So you add all those things on top of each other, and I can see where I gained a little bit of this weight. But again, I think I'm at 203.8, so I'm still within the 2 pounds, and I should be able to very easily get my mind to it. I'm back at work today, which I've told you before, that's my schedule. That's what makes me be able to function, because I've got this steady pace. And I'm still feeling really, really good. This shirt that I'm wearing right now used to be skin tight, skin tight, and you know, this would be out to here. It's hard to show you, obviously, because I'm not the same around, but it was actually getting on the verge of being too short, and I would say, you know, you can't really see, but okay, there's my pants, but it would have been like up here, my belly would have been stuck out, but you know, now it's more of like a loose sweater. So again, the sizes kind of trip me out, because I'm not losing sizes like crazy, but I am still, these pants that I'm wearing are that size 14 goal pants, and I did buy I bought a pair of jeans and another pair of black pants to make sure that I know how my clothes fit, and if they get looser, obviously I'm doing good. If they start getting a little snug at that new size, that means that I'm messing something up. So the bloating, got to kind of weigh in. Sometimes my ring is hard to get off, which I'm surprised, because I feel like my finger has gotten a little bit thinner. But this morning it was really, really tight, and I think that's the bloating if you don't drink enough water. So sticking to drinking a lot of water. Got my big old water bottle here. 2 or 3 of these a day is when I'm doing good and I feel good. I drink 2 or 3 of these a day. So I'm going to try to make sure I keep doing that. Other than that, things are good. I'm still super happy. I've had a lot of energy. Phase 3 feels like you're gorging your face and you're only eating 1,200 calories. I am glad that I have the phentermine. I did go a day without it, and towards the end of the day is when I wanted to just start eating things. And I told my husband I hadn't felt like that in a while, but I really wanted to eat like pastries and sugar and candy. So I don't know that that ever leaves your system. I'm sure it gets easier to control as time goes on, but 40 days after doing this for 10 years of eating unhealthy, I think that it's going to take a little bit longer to really become regimented. I have to stay on this protocol without varying it, really. Not even too much. I need to just stick to it. So like I said, I'm not going to do too many videos on phase 3. If anything crazy happens or my weight goes crazy or something like that, I'll keep you posted. and mostly to keep myself accountable. I can look back and see what I did wrong. I still have been keeping a diary. I wrote down everything that I ate, especially the things that were wrong, to hold myself accountable and be able to look back and say, well, yeah, dummy, you gained 1.3 pounds because you ate popcorn and chocolate and you bought the total wrong foods for the second day of phase 3. So I should be able to learn from that and not do that again. All right, well, I hope everybody's doing well that's watching, and I will see you probably in a couple days. I'll follow up in a couple days. All right, bye.